In this video, I'm going to show you how to publish to the web, and we're going to go up to File and Publish to the Web. And what happens is we get this box. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make it so that our document will be available to anyone on the internet. They'll be able to type in the address, they'll be able to click a link, or maybe I choose to embed my document on my own website or blog. Everyone will be able to see it. They don't need to have a Google account. So right now, by default, it starts us out with link set. And right below that, we have a blue publish button. But before we click that, I want to show you two other options. Down at the bottom, it says publish content and settings, and there's a little triangle. I'm going to click that. And you can see there's an option to require viewers to sign in. So that's if you have a school domain and maybe for some reason you have a need to have your people sign in before they can access your file. You can certainly check that box here, but for me, if you're publishing to the web and you want to make something public, there's no need to do that. And you can control your access to your document using the blue share button up in the top right corner of your page. And I have a video that talks about all those different settings. So I would say like 99% of the time, you're not going to have this box checked. And notice that there is a box checked that says automatically republish when changes are made. And that does exactly what it sounds like. If I go back to my document and I make some changes to it, if anybody has the link to my page or they're looking at my document that's been embedded on a web page, they're going to see those changes happen. And you don't have to go back in here and republish. So publish once, update as needed, and know that those changes will happen. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click publish. And it's going to ask me if I'm sure, and I'm going to say, yep, okay. And it's going to give me then a link to my file. So I've just copied that. I'm going to close this window. I could choose to email this link if I wanted to. I could use the link on another website. I'm going to test it out. I've just opened up another browser that I'm not logged into with my Google account. And I've pasted that into my address bar. And this is what the file looks like. Just a plain file. If I have multiple pages, it would just all show up as a one long document. Nothing fancy. I can't edit this. It's just strictly view only, but it's a public document. So I'm going to close out of this. Let's go back up to File and Publish to Web. And this time I'm going to click on Embed. And when I click on embed, I get this embed code. So for any of you that have websites, whether it's Google Sites, Weebly, or you've got your own WordPress thing going on, whatever you have, you can copy this embed code and you can paste that onto your own website. So I have a website tab that I've already got open over here, and I've pasted in the embed code. And just so you know, you can make adjustments to your width and the height inside of your embed code if you want. So I've made some minor adjustments here, and I'm going to hit View Page. And so now my document shows up inside of my website that has all this existing navigation in it. And it just looks like my document is just a part of my normal site. Nobody can tell that it's really been embedded. They don't know where it's from. And what's nice is if I go back to this document, and I'm going to close this window, if I were to make changes to any of this, it would be reflected here on my website. And again, if somebody had the link to the page like we had here in Firefox, those edits would be reflected here as well. But what you need to remember is it takes 5 minutes for those updates to happen. So even though if I go back to my document right now and delete like the title and the first 2 paragraphs, and it says that it's saved, even if I go back into Firefox now and hit refresh, I don't see those changes. That's because it takes 5 minutes. So I'm going to close my Firefox window, go back to File, Publish to the Web. If you need to stop the publishing of your document, say that you don't want it available to people anymore, all you have to do is hit the stop publishing button. And it'll say, "Are you sure?" And you'll say, "Okay, yes." And just close this window. And that's how you publish to the web.